How's this? Does this seem a little bit better? Hey, sorry about that. Sometimes it's like that. I just get distracted and I don't remember that I'm supposed to be doing something with the settings. Yeah, I'm going to get used to it. It only takes me 6 months to get it right. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. So again, I'm just gonna say it one more time since I kind of messed up for a second. I'm just gonna delete this off of my. I'm getting rid of the broken one, and nobody knows it happened. Okay. Um, we're gonna be playing the Forgotten City. How appropriate. We are going to be doing stuff that's going to have spoilers in it, and I read this message off that says to give the audience a spoiler warning before sharing the content. So I'm just letting you guys know, and it's in the title, that there are spoilers in here. So if you're planning on actually playing this game, which it's free on the Play Pass for Xbox right now, then maybe you shouldn't stick around for this. But if you're interested in watching the story with me and walking through it with me and maybe helping me out with some decisions along the way, then stick around and we'll get through this, and it's going to be a fun time for everyone, I hope. Okay, so like I was saying before, I can use my Xbox controller for this, and I will. So many wires, so many cords. But here we are. All right, I think we're ready. Now that I'm in the right category. Ah, as always, it's so nice to see everybody. Hey, Blue. Hi, the White Lights. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do a new game. I'm starting it over again because everything was so messed up. And it's still lagging. Well, I did turn the settings down a little bit. If I have to do it again, I will. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Yeah, I'm a stranger. I'm definitely a stranger. I'm the strangest of the strange. Move me over a little bit here for you so you can see the writing on the wall, so to speak. How's it going, Winifar? I am lagging like a beast, but you know, we'll fix it. I will fix it. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
I think I'll tell her I was looking for the ancient ruins this time.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know? Oh,
What's the
there's
story?
not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
No.
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you. All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen. You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is. You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber. Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al... What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me. Great. So you're ready to go look for Al? Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
A flashlight. Drag and okay. Let me see if I can change my settings down a little bit further, because this is ridiculous. Oh yeah, put it on that last button. Right there. I already turned motion blur off and all, so hopefully this helps. Again, if it doesn't help, the only other thing I can do is turn my avatar off, but, you know. It's my avatar. Why? I can turn it down. You guys, how are you guys doing today? Y'all having a good day? I'm gonna turn this stuff off. A little bit better? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Everybody's quiet. Alright, lovelies. Here I am doing the best I can. And it's still pretty bad. What do you think? Livable?
Back already? What's up? Thanks again. And please, hurry.
Alright. Got my flashlight out. That's it. I'm turning me off. I'm sorry that I can't play this way. It's so sad. Sadness. Oh well, it happens sometimes. Yay! Okay. There. Now you can see everything just fine. Yeah, it's much better, right? I love this part where everybody has to fix everything so it looks good. See if that works. Or if I'm gonna be lagged because of it. Not bad. Yeah, my avatar takes up a lot of my virtual RAM, so if it's a Game that's intense. Um, my graphics card is very nice, but it doesn't handle it still, you know what I mean? So kind of have to go with what works in the moment. Oh, that water is weird looking. The way it just kind of streams like that. Weird. Ooh, a backpack. Full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but it seems strange that he left it behind.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Oh. Oh.
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
They're on both sides of the hall here. In gold. Wow. Pretty epic. The many shall suffer for the sins of one. Oof. What is that sound? Okay. Oh, it's loading. Something. I know what that means. Something big is coming. Creepy. find this guy, Al. Or Karen. I bet he's gold. I mean, everybody else seems to be gold around here. I don't think these are just statues, you know? Okay, we're not gonna fall off of that. Oh. Oh no. Is that him?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did.
What?
I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Well, let's go to the doorway, I guess. Seems like that's the best option. Even though it doesn't sound like a really good option. Sounds like a wrong option. This is so dismal. Okay. I hear you. Oh, okay. Oh. Right into the wormhole. City.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
I'm Amerlin and I got lost.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be.
Of course.
Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now?
No, we can't.
But
that would
listen,
be bad.
most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
I see. Okay. Your laws.
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, are you coming?
Alright,
Follow me.
lead the way.
When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
Yeah, it is
Only
nice.
23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Wait,
Aren't you going to introduce me to your
Nobody knows a
pretty
way
new
out.
friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Great.
Politics.
What happened? McAfee, please go away.
It's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm,
All the
where I
little
grow
pop-ups.
all the food you'll ever
Awful,
want.
awful.
As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen.
Oh, hey, how's
My
it
name's
going?
Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw
Like in our
straws,
Legion.
and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9.
Well, hello.
Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong.
Just lounging, I see.
One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Alright, well, bye.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Oh, hi.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
A barbarian, am I?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs.
Oh my god, I don't like
now,
her.
remind me, why are we having this conversation? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well,
That's
that's
it.
just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Centilla Scintilla.
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Perhaps.
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
I see.
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Interesting.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known
Sentia
as
Minor.
Sentilla.
Interesting. That's so interesting. All this stuff is going to help us figure out and change the past somehow.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off. So you'll help me find her? Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door.
I love how
Maybe
open
you'll
she
find
is
something
and
the
just
rest of us
willing to
missed.
let this stranger who just walked up to her figure out her family's greatest tragedy and solve the mystery behind it. And I have access to the sister's room now. That's wonderful, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank me after I find her. But first I need to talk to this guy.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the
Hey,
piercing
Winifar.
and
Ah,
astute
it's going.
eyes of Athena.
It's going. A little
You must
struggle
be a
at the
woman of
beginning
great
here, but
learning.
you know.
We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be
Doing
delighted
as
to
I
meet you,
can.
I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place.
You doing
would
okay?
A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
Wow.
You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
That's weird that he's making this assumption that just because I've arrived means that there's going to be a sinner.
an intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery,
Trying to escape is a
infidelity,
sin?
suicide? As magistrate, I
What is
had
this,
to
a prison?
exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm just gonna say it makes sense, just so I don't cause a problem, you know?
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? 2,000 years?
Yeah.
That is unfathomable.
Is unfathomable.
Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city? I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
See,
All
I
can
already
tell
lied
you is
once
that
in
it's
this
a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina.
in this place.
I stumbled across instructions.
And
I have to
I have
recite
to
a
wonder
prayer.
if
And of course, as with all rituals,
I've
some sacrifices
started
involved.
some kind of
Usually that means wine or
event
food,
just by
or in
doing
some
that.
cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I mean, it is a story-driven game, and I have to use a lot of their conversations to understand what approach to take, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get more than one shot at doing this. It's like, I'm guessing that this game is kind of like a Groundhog Day type of thing to it. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but the day repeats, and you have more of a chance to learn what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and go from there. But that's just a guess. I might be wrong. Yeah.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you? Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
I guess.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
It was me.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility he's putting
Oh,
on me.
and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay, okay. Okay, so... The Vanishing Act and sister's room and the hold on a second. No, I guess I'm tracking this one. Alright, so if I was going to look in the sister's room, I'd have to do... No, I'm not trying to steal. Because, you know, that would be the end of the game, I'm guessing. Scintilla to Cynthius, may Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Cynthia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be. You will be re-elected, I'm sure of it. Okay. I guess this is... I don't know, is this her bedroom or something? It's strange if it is her bedroom, you know, because it's... I guess this is a bed. I guess. Oops. So, let's see if this is... Okay, go downstairs real quick. Right. Let's see. Here's her room. Ceramic ink jar. The ink appears to be made from soot and water. The brass has been polished to a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. Fun. Small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. Another vial. Nothing strange here. Is that a comb? That's a comb, okay. Cosmetic jars. Just gonna look and see if there's anything underneath them, you know, because... Oops, because you never know. I don't think I can grab that last one back there. I'm trying to. Oh, wait, there it is. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Alright. I like the little pictures on the wall. That's kind of cool. Oh, a note from Scintilla. Scintilla to Cynthius and Cynthia. May Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I am sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape and I must take it. I hope we meet again someday. I'm taking this item. I have permission to be everywhere. Cynthia's journal. Dear diary, today my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets, Cynthia. That's it. Wait, there's a reading mode? Oh, okay. Got you. Another cosmetics jar that looks exactly like the other jars. Another brass mirror. Could you imagine if that's what you had to use? Just a brass mirror for looking at yourself? Instead of, you know, the mirrors that we have today. It's not so easy. Honestly, you probably wouldn't know what you look like for real, though. I can't look at the scroll. Alright, fair. No. I guess I could just back away. I don't want to steal. Like I said, I don't want to be the one that's the center and be the problem. So that's exactly what we need. I'm here to solve it. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Oh, yeah. Purple carrots. How about that? It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. A shovel. Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. Okay. Neat. Let's get out of this room. Whoa. Okay. Let's talk to her.
What have you discovered?
Nothing. I found a letter in her room which mentioned her plan to escape.
Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it.
You didn't search hard enough.
Strange, but well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Centilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Yulia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows anything.
Okay.
She lives in the villa next door.
Nothing like doing optional quests. In the villa next door. Where? Oh.
Are they?
Oh, no. I don't want to talk to you again. You talk too much. It's all up to me. Hello, stranger.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. If he's making a last-ditch effort to pick up votes by talking to a woman, he's even more senile than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote. What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it? Good. Then stay out of it.
Yeah, I don't
Nobody
care
likes
about the
Caput
election.
Murday foreigners interfering in an election. Can't hurt. Her name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Why are you dressed
Why?
like that?
Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Apparently. Okay.
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere now. This guy, Malleolus, apparently isn't the nicest ruler type. He's gonna try to do away with the golden rule, which we can't have that because apparently everybody will die. You know, someone sins, so the city of no sin, the sinless.
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. 'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that. Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Confituare.
So now this guy really doesn't like me very much. That's fine. I don't care. Let's go to this right here. And see about what that old man told me to do.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend.
Oh, a doctor.
Yulia. She was a good woman. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth.
Someone
Normally I'd
poisoned her.
treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly."
Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here.
Sounds like there's a
with the
lot
golden
of
rule.
people wanting
So
to do
all I could do is come back here and
sins,
just watch her
for some
die.
reason.
I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who
I
poisoned
wonder,
her.
it doesn't seem
Or
like
how
it
they managed to do it without breaking the
makes much
golden
of a
rule.
difference.
Or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
I mean... But they did break the golden rule if they did this, so... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
See what I can do.
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
So, who's the one that finds out that somebody sinned and then... I'm so confused. I mean, I thought it sounded like it doesn't matter. If you sin, it's over and everybody dies. But it sounds like there's already people sinning. So, if there's already people sinning and they don't know who did it, does that just mean that nobody gets punished for it? It was almost like a god that's watching over them to know if they're doing wrong or not, you know what I mean? So strange.
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Thanks, I suppose.
It's like everybody's on the verge of doing something wrong.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Nice. That's wonderful.
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. Sure. What do you want to know?
Wow. It's a lot of talking. You're right about that.
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid. Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Right, because we're all afraid of that.
Hemlock, I believe.
We should be on the lookout for Hemlock then.
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa, and they are quite secretive. Gladly. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Okay. Even though you pretty much told me there's nothing that you can do. No items. A collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. Shears. Okay. Did they just turn to gold right where they sin at? Or... Oh boy, okay.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yes, and you too, apparently. No, they haven't changed very much. Alright. We're not going to go into their chests. There's no reason to look in people's chests. I mean, there is. But... I'm not stealing, so... What's this? Looks like some place to burn stuff. I swear these statues are talking to me. Why are you here? Why do you think I'm here? I'm here to solve a problem. Okay. Ah.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff.
Yes, here he
I bet
is.
it's worth a fortune.
This bad guy. Opius, the thief, stole my purse and I. Whoever wrote this did not get to finish.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we? Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years? Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
He's no good.
Hear what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
Navia?
She claimed the statue was whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace.
Right.
We never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not? Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
No.
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Oh god, okay. A lengthy tale.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge.
Right.
So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
He chose the cart. Guaranteed.
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Good job.
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Nice.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking. Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though. It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk. Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet. No need to decide on anything yet. Just sleep on it, yeah?
Not breaking the law.
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly.
Not gonna tell him who to vote for.
Another time.
Because that's not right. Okay. So, we steal the resin. Oh, steal it. I have to steal it. Great. Behind closed door. Find a way into the palace. Alright, let's go to the palace and find a way in. And I don't even know where he would be keeping the resin at, you know? In his stall, but let me see if I can even see it. Yeah, it's right there. He's looking hard at me. He's like, "Don't you take my stuff. I'm watching you. I got my eye on you."
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Yeah, indeed. Hi. Don't walk away from me.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people.
Hello.
That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. I like that. We're going to get on well, friend. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything,
Yeah, that's pretty
it's
daunting.
not too bad.
I don't like that.
Nothing new to me, anyway.
It's a little too scary and too real, you know?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good.
Yeah, I think
Then
so.
I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
Who's the god? That's the whole thing that I was thinking. Like, people are breaking the rule left and right, it seems, and nobody's doing anything about it. The god's not doing anything about it, and okay, he walks by and he growls. That's nice. Yeah, nobody's doing anything about the problem. But if they get caught, who's catching them and turning them into gold exactly?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Oh, I see.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novio Magus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Ove.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Some of these are options and some of them are not. So this one's not an option, I guess. Oh, there's optional ask merchants for clues and all that. Okay.
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
It seems like Malleolus is probably gonna win.
My vote... Asking.
Oops, sorry about that. Alright.
Nice to talk to you.
Great talking to you too, chap. Alright, what's next?
Fortune smile on you, sister.
Okay, yeah. Let's see about that palace to see if there's any way to get in. What? That dude's staying here. Okay, stop talking to me like that. That's really creepy. Oh my god, she moved. Did you see that? They do move. They move. Oh. Stop it. If you're not looking at them, they move. Ah! Oh god. That's what that is. Oh, I better put away the flashlight. That's a little bit too futuristic.
Help.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only
he's
one
got a
in the
bow,
city.
does he?
You'll just have to improvise.
I know where to get a bow now. Maybe I don't have to steal. Maybe I can do a trade.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No?
What? We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh.
Wow, that was weird.
The shrine is collapsing.
Oh, God. Okay. Man. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna meet her.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh, Fabian, why did you have to
All
go
right,
in there?
you can have that moment by yourself there, sir. I did tell her not to go in there. Hi.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't even know who that is.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
It's understood, but I don't know who it is.
You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Who is this person? Where did he come from?
A small community. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
What?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me.
I think I'm about to
Always
die.
sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered. You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret? So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to help you.
This guy
but
is
in
an
any
idiot.
case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe? Another lie.
Oh.
So you really do believe that? Fascinating.
How does
You've
he know when
clearly
I'm
been
lying?
indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
Yeah.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me. Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind.
There's no doubt about
What
it.
baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it. Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult,
haven't seen
your
this guy.
cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process. Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or
About
not?
to die.
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? And there's a simple explanation for that. I lied. But if you want to know the truth before you die, here it is.
Alright, pay attention.
Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? Run. Okay. Wow. I think we just figured out that this is the one person that is sinning. How do I get there? Okay, straight. Wait, this way? I'll try to guide you. Okay. Ah! Right. Let's just go this way. Ow! Oh god. This is very dangerous at this point. Okay, good. Ah. What do you guys think so far? I know it's a lot of reading, but... Ow. Oh, we're back at the start. Here we go. Oops. Why do I keep hitting my buttons? I'm not trying to hit my buttons. My buttons, not my buttons. We have to do this spiel again. Oh, hello.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer me to take your blah 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 blah.
Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh. A zip line handle.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself.
Oh, great. I'm going to be the guinea pig.
It's completely safe.
Right. It's completely safe. Uh-huh.
All right.
I'll be going
See
now.
you around.
Okay, so how do I... Alright, here we go. Okay, that was great. Love it. Now we can read this graffiti. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Okay. It was a lot faster, definitely a lot faster. Y'all stop staring at me. This is kind of freaky. An old scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the Golden Rule. The myth of the Golden Rule. by Dorotas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the golden rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a concise decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great threat, the sword of Damocles, I don't know, I'm saying it wrong, that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating the many shall suffer for the sins of the one is evidence that the golden rule is very real, but that is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. That this message was inscribed does not make it true, any more than if I were to inscribe Dorotas the Younger is a god. Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evident that the golden rule is real. You need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around the city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. When we read the story of Venus bringing Pygmalion's sculpture Galatea to life, we do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. After years of living in fear, there is only one way for me to prove that the golden rule is a falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. Let us see, once and for all, if the golden rule is real as I strike one of you with my fist. Okay, we'll take that with us. Ah, yes, the golden rule. Okay, they're just... Okay, that's great. Can I not jump? I swear I can't jump. Okay. I was gonna say, I swear there's a way to do it. Okay, let's go down here then, I guess. Right, we're back out here where that guy and his stuff out here. Oh.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I did it! I did it! Ah!
Do it. Kill me.
I stole it! I stole it! On purpose. Yes, on purpose, because I needed it. Remember? So now... Wait, which way is it? Which way? Okay, no. Oh god, how do I get back? How do I get there? Okay, I guess it's this way. I can't remember. Oh, it's right there, huh? Oh, right, there it is. Sometimes you have to do that, you know? Steal the item, get out of there, and then go back. So now there's two of that item, I'm guessing. Yeah, but my health. I need to go see that doctor.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
I really have to talk to him every time.
Yes, how much did I drink last night?
Yeah, let's skip it. Alright. Right, zip down and go and see the doctor. The good doctor. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything wrong. I promise. I promise I didn't steal a thing. Don't you grumble at me. No. Wait a second. Who are you?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Okay.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Solusha on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads. Same way as everyone else. Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
It's obvious.
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now. If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either. Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you? Gah. Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Alright. Bye.
How'd you do?
Wait against the current. Okay, wait. Isn't the doctor in here? Let's see. Yeah, here she is.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been
she's
poisoned.
not dead yet.
She needs the resin of a plant called Sylphium. But that Culas cubulates decius won't give it to me. What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here,
Save
let
her
me
life.
help
How
you.
about that? Awesome.
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
I might be. I'm a time traveler.
A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening.
The ultimate time traveler.
You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she
That'd be
meant
great.
when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Oh, I got an achievement.
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no,
And
that is
another.
definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
We still have to get in touch with Navia.
Anything about what? That's a shame.
Exactly.
Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Let's see if we can talk to this lady. What am I stepping on? Okay. Oh, don't cry. It's okay.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest. As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no
I need
more
to talk
questions.
about it so I can save your life, you know, again and again. Because this is something I'm gonna have to do again and again every time I redo the whole scenario.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Claudia? I guess that's Malleolus's wife?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
But you do. But you do want to talk about it.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga. All right. I'd been here about a week.
Here we go.
When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock. Drink this, she
Great.
said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes, and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Nice.
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those
Isn't
deaths,
killing yourself a
so
sin too?
He locked me in his villa.
You know?
Confiscated everything I owned
I mean,
as
she didn't technically
collateral,
die, so I guess
and
it
made me
didn't
wear
really
immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing.
I'd be great at being a villain.
My hemlock.
I see. So you poisoned
I
yourself.
just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too.
You definitely did, because I saved
Should have
you.
drunk all of it.
Oh. Sorry to hear
I
that.
brought it on myself. I trusted one of the
I'm so
most
kind.
callous human beings I've
villain,
ever
really.
met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
It happens. So.
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought
gonna
of
have to
a
work and
permanent
work and work, huh?
solution.
Maybe I shouldn't have
Honestly,
saved her.
it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its
I guess
course.
I should just let her die.
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me.
I come too
for
late to
trying
save her
to
from
escape.
doing that stuff.
At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together.
Wonderful.
He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Oh, Lord.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but... thank you.
Alright, let's go. Gotta go save another person's life real fast.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
How do I get up there?
Oh, the murder.
He watches through their eyes. Oh, it's locked. Okay. No. There's no way just to climb, is there? What if I go around and... What about this down here?
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
No, of course not. Not really,
Good.
no.
You'd be eaten alive. Little runt like you.
Fair enough. I don't have time for this. Let's go up this way.
On your best behavior, I trust?
No. Oh god, okay. Oh, I can't go up there.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
I'll be quiet. Yeah, I don't know how to get up there, honestly. So, that dude might actually just, not make it. Can't go that way. Upstairs, I have to talk to these people to get through.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it. Ugh, I wish
probably gonna have to
Horatius would
save
stop
them on a
letting
different run.
barbarians in here. What do you want? Oh, you heard about her disappearance, I take it. What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Centilla's friend... You should
Yeah.
go...
Now I have permission to get up here. Still not high enough. Oh boy. Oh, no. This isn't gonna work.
Whatever are you wearing?
Oh, be quiet. Oh, be quiet. I don't even know what I'm wearing. Oh, this sucks. Maybe...
On your best behavior, I trust?
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election?
Are they?
Okay. I really don't know how to get up there. Let's go this way. Alright. I see. Maybe up here? Aha. Okay. Nice. I wasted so much time. Her tears run through the city. Who's her? There you
Isn't
are.
this temple imposing? Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Poorly.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your
Come
balance,
on.
you'll fall.
That's not fair.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Because when he's
Please,
gone, it
Ulpius.
doesn't matter.
Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
Stop talking to me,
Please, you need to talk to him.
Please stop talking to me.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Out of my way.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No.
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it.
Great.
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for? You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot. I am out. Wherever you are.
God.
Scintilla,
Why
my
didn't I
love.
just tell him
I'm
that
sorry.
she
Ulpius,
didn't...
no!
Okay.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Okay. Jump. What? Jump? Whoa. I don't think so. They're telling me that I need to jump. Well, That's okay. We're gonna refrain from jumping. Couple people I haven't talked to. Well, just one.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
I do what I want. Thank you very much.
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
All right.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should.
Yes, I have.
Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns. Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill, or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you? Thank you.
Oh,
now,
careful.
go and
Don't
follow
worry.
the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns. I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods. Which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals.
Why do you need military
But here,
victory?
it seems they require much more of us.
If you're stuck and trapped here, you can't go anywhere or do anything.
Pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long. I suppose so. Jupiter and Mercury put a town to the test by disguising themselves as vagrants and asking for shelter there. Everyone turned them away and failed that test, except for an old couple named Baucis and Philemon, and so the gods gave them time to escape and granted them a wish, and then wiped that town off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves. A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose. It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you
Malleolus
ask?
needs to fail.
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course. That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain. I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
I think they're hinting towards me being able to sway the candidates.
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. Certainly. And did you notice anything? A pattern? Oh, well then. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Okay. Well, guys, I think this is a good place for us to stop for now. Let me know what you think of this game, and if you like, we'll do another part to this and make it a little series. If not, I'll move on to greener pastures, so to speak. Until then, thank you for hanging out. If you're not following and you want to support the stream, that's a great way for you to show your support, is by just following. Tell your friends and family to come and hang out with us sometime. It would be nice. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. So y'all have a great day. Bye, guys.